show you how to use a VNC server, also known as VPS, Virtual Private Server. That is a server usually run in Linux or some distribution of Linux, whatever. And what you need to do first is start realVNC. If you don't have that on your computer, ask here to install that. It might be in your applications in a folder, realVNC, and then you start VNC Viewer. That's a program you need to start the connection. Here it is. You might have some connections already added to your VNC Viewer, or if not, ask here to do so. Or I'm going to show you later how actually to do that. So let's start one of the servers here. Double click. Then something comes up, whatever. It might ask you for a password. So you want to enter that. You can actually remember the password, it's fine to do that. So you're not going to be asked again. And here we go. It might be a little bit big, the window. You can just make it smaller, that's fine. Come on. Okay, so here is how it looks like. That is just what you have right now, is a computer inside a computer, kind of. The server is located somewhere completely different. I think this one is located in Hong Kong, also looks a little bit different. Well, you have a start button, which you might know from Windows, it just looks different. And then let's start a browser. As you can see, we have a Firefox browser here, which you might remember, and Google Chrome. For what I'm going to show you later, we would use Firefox. So let's start that. Here it goes. We don't need to set it as our default browser. And let's just find out what is my IP. So I googled for my IP. You might remember that too. It doesn't like us. That can help if you click something which you do not really understand anyway. Let's try this. Okay, here's our IP address. And we are actually in Germany. Yes, why is that? Because we have ZenMate here running. Come on, show me. So I already installed that. Let's switch that off for a moment and see where are we in reality. So let's reload. You might realize it's a little bit slower. So we're here currently actually in Singapore. So with ZenMate switched off, we find out where we are. We are in Singapore, but for the things we want to do later, we have to still use a VPN, and we're going to change the location from time to time. Try again. And here we are, that's Germany. Yay, okay, but that was not so much what I want to show you. It's more about the server itself, how it works. So you have a start button here. You might realize your mouse is actually across. Programs you have are sort of a little bit different. It's very basic, so you're not going to have too many things here. But well, what we usually need is a browser. So that's about it. If you're done with the working, you can close your windows. You can leave them open. If you come back, they would still be open. You can disconnect from the server here. Bye-bye, it's closed. Start it again. It gives us a warning. Yeah, okay, that's not perfect, but anyway. And here we are back, just again, a little bit too big. So it would usually fill your screen. There is some things slightly different. For example, copy and paste. Your copy and paste would work on the Apple on Control-C and V. Let's try that. Just mark this. Now try Command Copy, Command C, how you would usually do it with a Mac, and try to Control V here. It doesn't work. What works is Control C and Control V. See, there it is. Let's double click. Get that word here. Control C, not Command. Control A, Control V. Here is that word. So your copy and paste works different from what you're used to. It might be possible to change that, but I guess we just get used to it. You can not copy and paste data from your Apple, from your local computer, to that server. Some VNC clients allow that, but actually we don't want it because we don't want to mix data. So the point with that is, if you want to send data to your server and use them there, you have to do it in a different way. You cannot just copy and paste it. You have to send the file or whatever. But, well, you have a browser. Here, for example, you can use Passback. Let's Google for Passback. That works. You can open Passback. Yay. So that's how you can access your passwords or whatever information you have. And you can also send information by email. You might have the situation that the language sometimes is kind of weird. It's like here, like now it's using Turkish, even so I should be in Germany. And it showed me that is in Germany, but let's put that to English. Okay, that feels better. So, it is a different operating system, but generally things work very much the same. So you can see, you can make Windows bigger and smaller. You have minimize and maximize. You have your tabs, your applications run in a tab down here. It might be a little bit delayed sometimes, but that's about it. There's some interesting feature. If two of you would use the same server, you would see the same. So you can work on the same desktop with two people. You have to share mouse and keyboard, so you cannot do two separate things at the same time on the same machine. But it's easy to show or explain things. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's close. You can always leave the server open. If you have any troubles with that, ask here. He's expert for this kind of server. As I said, it's a Linux server. Yeah, that's it for now.